Welcome to the Falcon News Podcast. Everything you need to know to ship like a pro. In this podcast, we will be sharing our true experiences, lessons learned, and challenges faced in the freight forwarding industry. Today, meet Patrick, the CEO of Falcon.
Today we'll be discussing cost and efficiency, finding the right transport mode for your logistics needs. Hello, Patrick.
Good morning, Mary.
What are the different types of transports?
So there are really four general types of transportation. So you have air freight, ocean freight, road freight, and rail freight. All these categories, these modes of transportation have within them different solutions. So for example, air freight, you can charter an entire plane, or you can ship a couple of pallets or just a few boxes. That would be different services within the air freight. Ocean freight is very diversified. You can ship a full container, open top container, flat rack, flat platform, collapsible flat racks, open top high cube, or you can go on the ocean freight, you can go with a ro-ro vessel, which is more for rollable cargo or heavy equipment and cars. You can charter an entire boat if you need to. So within each of the four groups, you have different modes of transportation. But the four basic one are obviously air freight, ocean freight, road freight, and rail freight.
Why choose one over the other, and what are the benefits that this can bring to my company?
Absolutely. So obviously, to choose the right mode of transportation will be very important because it has a lot of influence on cost and on the timeline that you're able to live with. So obviously, the five most important questions are going to be: where do you pick it up, and where does it need to be delivered in the world? When is it ready? When does it need to be delivered there? What is the type of material that you're shipping? Is it a crate? Is it a pallet? Is it an oversized load? Is it a machine? Is it chocolate? Is it flooring? What type of a commodity? How is it packaged? So all these very important questions. What are the Incoterms? Obviously, are you buying from the factory directly, or are they going to deliver it at the port or the airport for you? I'm talking about your suppliers, of course. Or what was promised to your client? Did you promise that when the machine was going to be ready, you'd ship it within a week, within a month? How long is the production time? So once you've answered all these basic questions, then you're able to choose the right intermodal transport. Intermodal means, we talked about the different types of mode, and intermodal means different types of modes being used together. Everything starts and ends with a truck. You'll never see a plane, behind your warehouse or an ocean vessel stop in front of your door. So everything starts and ends with a truck, and it's the combination of these modes of transportation which will be within budget and which within the timeline that you expected. That will be how you choose the best correlation.
What should anyone in logistics and supply chain be on the lookout for?
Well, you have to be on the lookout for, obviously, within your own enterprise. If you're working in logistics, you need to be in collaboration with everything that has to do with purchasing. When they're purchasing something overseas, the purchasing department, you have to be in tune with what they're planning on purchasing, what type of product, what type of material. So you need to partner up within your enterprise with the purchasing department, understand everything that they need in terms of logistics, and then being able to guide them. But also on the marketing and sales side, what was promised as a delivery date once the product is good to go. So if you understand the marketing and sales aspect, what was promised to the end user, how am I going to be able to manage this inventory to make sure that I don't run out of products to go to production, and also to manage my suppliers. If you have all of that information, then you can approach your freight forwarder, and he'll have all the rest of the information. Use that vessel or that air. You're going to need to go airplane with an air freight shipment on this one, because you're just not going to make it, or there's too much disturbances on the ocean side right now. Will not guarantee that delivery date. So as long as once you have the information on the inside of your enterprise, all of it, then you can share that with your freight forwarder. He brings the rest of the equation together, and that should be a pretty good road to success.
How can one be kept informed of the challenges facing the supply chain?
I really highly suggest CIFA, FIATA are really CIFA for Canadian, for the Canadian freight forwarding market. The Lodestar is also another way to get your information, but your freight forwarder should really be the ones letting you know what's going on out there. And I would suggest, if you don't do it already, to have, depending on your volumes, if you have several shipments a week that are depending on international transport, I would say have a meeting with your freight forwarder on a weekly or bi-monthly basis, just to discuss the different problems that are occurring within your supply chain with them, and he'll tell you ways to solve these issues from an outside look. So I think that's very important, but I would highly suggest those publications I mentioned before as well, to just to be on the lookout for what's happening. And there are many of them on LinkedIn or different types of International Journal of Commerce, for example, is another publication I highly recommend for just to keep in the know of what's going on in the world.
Well, thank you, Patrick, for your insight in all modes of transport.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you for listening. If you like this episode, please take the time to add your comments below and follow us. Go to falconfreight.ca to learn more.